PipSnipers here, back for another update. Let's take a look at BTC over here today. Now, in my last post, I did say that I did show that we have come down to the 88.6% fib at 108,803 when you take a fib right from the August 29th low right up to the September 18th high. Now, the reason that's so important is because the 886, basically it signals that we're at an extreme point in the market where a lot of fear steps in, either to the upside or to the downside. In this case, it was to the downside. So whenever you come down to the 886, you have a lot of stop losses being triggered, a lot of people selling their bags, which causes the price to rebound in the opposing direction. Okay. Now, it does look like price is coming back up to the 9-day moving average, sitting at 112,090. But my personal bias would be that BTC comes back up to the 61.8% fib at 113,968 in order to just tag this moving average cluster. So the 9-day moving average is this blue line over here, and the 21, 50-day, and 100-day moving average is right over here. So I would be expecting price to come up to that level, which is right where the 618% fib is. When you take a fib right from this swing high back on September 18th down to this swing low on September 26th. Okay, that would be the 61.8% fib. Let's see over here. Okay, yeah. So in order to, now when we come up here, there is a possibility that price rebounds and respects this trendline resistance that we used back in August 13th and September 18th. There's a possibility that price respects this trendline resistance, okay? And instead of getting above this moving average cluster here, more specifically at 113,968, if we can't get a daily close above that level, then it's very likely that we're going to come back down, take out the September 1st lows, and tag the 105,291 area down to around 103,532. But just know that if we ended up coming up here and rejecting and then taking out the September 1st lows, it would just likely be the last flush before we have the markup phase, because don't forget, we are coming back down to have an SR flip. Take a look over here on the blank chart. This over here is your December highs back in 2024. These are your January highs. We'll go on the daily time frame. These are your May highs and your June highs in 2025. We've come down to all of those levels. Okay, first we came down to the lowest high that was set right over here back in December of 2024. Then we came up again and retested the January highs. So we retested this high and this high. Okay, all of the highs we've retested. So I do expect the price to move up from here going into next week. All I want to see in order for us to change the order flow back to bullish is a move back above this fib, this moving average cluster right here. Okay, so I feel like this could be a very big bear trap. I did say that many times in my previous videos. Price can go up very fast from here, considering NQ is now trending bullish. Take a look over here at NQ. You see we are trending bullish now. Okay, so I want to see how we react. Now, I've noticed that this cycle, Bitcoin leads the markets in regards to risk on or risk off, and then NQ follows. But in the last cycle, it was always the stock market giving the signal first. So that's what I've noticed. So it looks like NQ is just catching up here to BTC, and now we can change the direction. So I want to see NQ take out 24,794 and 24,910 on the 4-hour time frame, and especially the 65-minute time frame. Okay, so I'll make sure to keep you guys updated on on the US stock market. I'll make sure to make another video on that. But going back to BTC over here, I just want to see a move back above 113,968 on the daily time frame. So first, the 4-hour time frame. For starters, get a 4-hour close above that level, and then a daily close above that level in order to confirm that we're going to have this impulsive move up north of 130,000. Okay. Otherwise, we'll just come down here to 105,291. But even if we did come down there, it would just be tapping in to this resistance a little bit further, forming a little bit of a bigger base in order for us to go up in October. Okay, so this is another BTC chart that I made here. Okay, it could do something like that. Okay, but like I said, I want to see a move above that moving average cluster. Okay. Now, you know what this move kind of reminds me of? Look over here. These are your highs, and these are your lows. That move kind of reminds me of this move here. These are your highs. These are your lows. And you have a little bit of a fake out here. And you just mess around at the lows here and then move up violently past the highs. So you see I was just messing around at the lows here, and then you move up violently past these highs. So we could see something like that, but let's be patient. Let's wait for the market to show its hand. It's either we have this impulsive move up, which will be confirmed by a move above the major daily moving averages, or we see a hard rejection going into next week down the September. We see a hard rejection causing the price to go below September 1st lows, just to fully tap into this previous resistance level on the macro. Okay, boom and boom right here. Okay, so either way, like whatever scenario we do, I'm bullish, right? If we end up rejecting or getting past, both scenarios, in my opinion, are very bullish. I think that we're coming down to form a bigger base to retest this diagonal trend line. So, do you guys see this? Trend line right here. I think we're going to come up to tap that right up here. You can also use a modified shift pitchfork. So if you go in this second icon on the left-hand side of your trading view, under pitchforks, you'll see modified pitchfork. So you can take a fib from this swing low up to this swing high and down to this swing low. Okay. And you see we're holding this diagonal. So let's see if we can hold that so we can get a move up to this level. Okay. So you could do it like that. But yeah, I still expect higher. If we do come down, it'll just be us forming a bigger base, but I want to see a move above I want to see a move above 113.852 on the 4-hour and the daily in order for us to confirm bullish. Now, I'm looking mainly for Wednesday. So, Wednesday of next week. Today is Sunday, September 28th. I want to see how we react on Wednesday. It's usually, I like to say, Wednesdays turnaround Wednesday. I like to turn around on Wednesdays. Also, Jane Street Capital has a manipulation algo that always gets activated at around 10 to 10:30 a.m. So always look at that time, New York session, 10 to 10:30 a.m. You're going to see a lot of manipulation. I think that we're still in a buy program, and any short-term price action to the downside is just considered manipulation through the futures market in order for them to drive down the spot prices so they can increase their bag size. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know. If you guys haven't joined the free Telegram, make sure to do so by clicking the link in the description below. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Peace out, and take it easy. I'll see you guys in the next one.